As it
Wow.
turns out, Super Hornet was indeed that bad.
It was super. It had hornets. But on to the next game.
I think it's probably going to be a flight simulator, but we haven't played it yet.
Probably.
So, all right. So next game is going to be 839. Okay, going back into the Game Boy.
All right.
games.
839.
839. Going all the way up. Okay, maybe not that far. All right. 839.
Pocket bass fishing.
Does that count as a sport
Could we
game?
make an exception? Because I like fishing.
All right, fine. We'll play it.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I mean, I know fishing is technically considered a sport, but how bad could this possibly
No, I
be?
think that's definitely like way. I feel like it's like on the line, like right on the dividing line of sport and recreational.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Let's go. More
this
gaming.
Yeah, we're gaming. Look at this little green man in Takeshi's fishing adventure. That's what this is.
Is that what this is? Okay.
Well, yeah, that's Takeshi as a young lad.
Young lad indeed. He looks like a rejected Simpson.
He very much does. I've explained it to you the Takeshi lore, right?
Yes, but why don't you explain it again for the audience?
All right, yeah, just in case anybody hasn't watched in a while. Takeshi, the Adventures of Takeshi in Japanland. Whenever Retro Roulette comes across a game that we can't read and there's a male protagonist, we just name him Takeshi, and we say that this is like a chapter in Takeshi's life. Takeshi, the first game, this goes way back when it was me and Chris doing the show. Sam, you could start the game while I'm talking, by the way. You don't have to wait for me to finish the story.
Let's do it.
But what I was going to say is the first game that featured Takeshi was this game called Ramu-chan, or Ramu-mir, or something like that. I don't remember the name of the game, but it was basically a ramen simulator. The whole game was in Japanese. It was on PlayStation 1, and the whole object of the game was to like sell ramen and stuff. But Chris and I were just having a blast coming up with lore. And yeah, ever since then, anytime we've wound up with a game that we can't read, that's how we approach it. The Adventures of Takeshi.
Wait, a ramen simulator. That's dope.
Yeah. What we'll do is we'll put the link to that video in the description, because that dead ass is like, even though we didn't understand what we were doing and we had no idea how to play the game, it remains to be one of my favorite episodes of Retro Roulette.
Yeah, I can see why. Well, I think I'm fishing with dynamite.
It definitely looks like you're fishing with dynamite. You also don't seem to be catching anything. Are there any fish in the water?
Well, it's weird because the last line I cast, it was directly above them and nothing happened. So I assumed you'd have to run into them, but like, I don't know. I don't know how you do that.
I also thought that shadow meant something, but no.
Wow, this is almost just like real fishing.
Yeah.
Maybe I just leave the line out.
Maybe
they come to me.
All I know is that, yeah, probably not. All I know is that I definitely prefer Sonic Adventure fishing to this.
Oh my god, those sessions with Big gave me such a kick as a kid.
It's weird, like a lot of people shit on those, but as far as a fishing sim goes, I had fun with that.
Do people really shit on that? Because I loved it.
Yeah, man, it's bad.
Wow.
When people cite or make their case as to why Sonic Adventure 1 is a bad game, almost the first thing they go to is Big the Cat. And I think that's silly because one, it's gameplay variety, and two,
Yeah.
if you don't like it, it's 4 levels long. Like it's not it's not like a whole lot that you have to deal with. It's kind of like an in and out quickie, adventure thing, and or fishing thing, and like it's not like the worst thing. I mean, yeah, you're probably not playing Sonic Adventure to go fishing, but at the same time, we also live in an era of gaming where there's this commonly held belief that if you add fishing to your game, it immediately improves the game. Like Zelda, they add fishing stuff. Everyone loves that. Stardew Valley has fishing. Animal Crossing has fishing. Like we live in an era where fishing mini games and stuff is popular, and yet, as far as I can remember, Sonic Adventure is one of the first games to do that, and everyone shits on it. And like, I don't understand why, because as far as like fishing mini games go, it's pretty good. Like it's a lot. I personally had a lot of fun with it. If you're just going for the basic story completion, it's pretty easy. But if you go to like complete the emblems, that shit gets hard. That shit gets like really hard. It's like really challenging. But when you finally pull it off, it's like really satisfying at the same time. Or at least it was for me. I'm speaking entirely from my experience. I am also a massive Sonic Adventure apologist, so I should probably preface or... did you see that?
I did. It was the dynamite.
Oh, because I was going to say, maybe you need to, like, press down an A or something at the same time as that animation. Because that's probably the fish. Yeah. And that's probably the fish biting your line, and that's how you set your hook.
Come on, baby.
If I had to take a guess as to how to play this, that would be it.
Come on. I know you're there. Come on. I know you're there, Froggy. Give it up.
Froggy!
Give it up. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe try the B button next time.
Yeah, just B reels it in quickly.
Oh, did you try the A button?
Yeah. Come on. I know he's right here.
What happens if you just hit down on the D-pad when that happens?
We'll give it a shot.
I'm just like trying to think of like other fishing games I've played, and in Ocarina of Time, when a fish bites your hook, you have to hit down and A at the same time, or hold down on the control stick, something like that, to set the hook. And I think that probably has something to do with it, if I had to take a guess.
Fishy!
I'm no expert. I'm really no expert. I also have no idea because this game is not in a language I understand.
But, Anthony, the language of fishing is universal.
It is universal, and that's what frustrates me, because half of this game is in English already. Unfortunately, the instructions as to how to hook the fish is not.
So what we are saying is game bad.
I mean,
you're only hesitating because of the one comment we're going to get, right?
I'm not hesitating because of the one comment we're going to get. That's going to be like, actually, if you guys just basically looked up the ROM hack of this, which clearly states that the method to hooking and setting the fish is to get good, then you would... No, I'm not worried about that comment. I'm hesitating because it's a fishing game, and fishing games, generally speaking, aren't bad. And as soon as you get a fish on the line, we'll be able to really figure out if this game is good or not. But at this point, it's a little too soon for me to tell if I want to hit it with the game bad.
All right, folks, you heard it here. Anthony thinks the game is bad.
That is the opposite of what I just said.
No,
Were you listening?
it's reverse opposite day.
You're gaslighting?
All right, come on, just land on top of the fucking. Come on.
There you go.
I tried to hit down. Nothing happened.
Nothing.
Nah.
I'm thinking, what happens if you're on the menu and you hit select? Like if you hit select
Nothing.
right now, what happens?
A whole lot of nothing.
If you hit the start button, what happens?
Nothing.
Okay. Then try hitting select and start at the same time. Next time you get a dynamite, maybe that's what you have to hit. I'm just like, at this point, I'm just thinking to myself, like, what buttons have we not tried yet? Maybe up on the D-pad, maybe left or right. Could be any number of things. Also, because we are recording remotely, I should mention that I can't actually hear the in-game music. Something tells me I'm not really missing out on much, but how is it?
Oh, it is, there's not quite music.
Okay, so it's kind of grating then, yeah. And that's good. This is the
No,
case.
not even. There's just a sound effect when you reel in. There's no background music.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. That seems kind of poorly made.
Oh, look, we can learn about fish. Or not.
No, those are different lures.
Yeah, I looked way too quickly. I didn't even see that. When's the last time you went fishing, Ant?
Oh my god. Way too long. I would kill to go fishing again. I would kill in a video game. But I should, if the stars align and things go according to plan, I should go fishing while I'm in Florida, assuming that I get to Florida, because of fucking course, right as I'm supposed to take off, there's supposed to be a thunderstorm.
Of course. Oh god.
I really wish that as a fetus, when I was talking to God, and God said, "All right, so you rolled pretty well. Where do you want to allocate your stats?" And I was like, I'm definitely gonna like go high on charisma, but I think I could dump luck. I mean, how important can luck possibly be, right? Never dump your luck stat, kids.
Yeah, I feel that. I'll feel that, partner. That's bad. Well, I'm sure you'll be able to fish.
I hope so. I'd also like to go with you sometime, since I know you like doing it.
Yeah, we've been going to the same local place for, I mean, my dad's been going since he's a kid. That's been around for, God, probably like fucking over 60 years.
I want to find a spot where you're allowed to take home what you catch.
You can there, but you just have to pay. That's all.
How much is it to, like, is it like you pay for the fish, or you pay like it's by the pound, or like what?
I think it is by the pound. I have to double check.
Shit, I'll do it.
But we'll probably be going in the next few weeks, so I'll look when I'm there.
Yeah.
Come on, baby, just one. I can't believe
what kind of fish are in the lake? Bass?
Yeah, they usually stock bass, and they have sunnies sometimes. Recently there's been a lot of cats in there.
Catfish?
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say ugh, but like, my opinion of eating catfish anyway has soured greatly over the last few years, especially after I learned that that you could get very sick, if not die, if you eat the wrong part of a catfish. Like, you have to be very careful when cleaning that animal, because they are bottom feeders and they carry a lot of toxins in their body.
But they're so cute.
And they are a fun fight too. Like, they are a lot of fun to fight.
Yeah, they are.
And
Yeah.
get them out of the water. It's kind of like a blue. Like, I've gone off charter boats before with my dad, and went for bluefish, and bluefish. You know, if you like the taste of bluefish, that's going to be very hit or miss. It's very oily. It's a very unique tasting fish, and it's definitely not for everyone.
Yeah.
But universally, people agree that a bluefish is a fun fight.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is challenging. I pulled when I went for blues, I pulled 2 of them out of the water. One was pretty easy. The other one took me from the bow to the stern, and I had to wade through like 15 people to get to the back of the boat so I could continue fighting this fish. And it even like jumped out over the water. When I finally pulled it out, I was just like, yes, fuck you.
Yeah, man. I remember I went deep sea fishing for a bachelor party, and they're a fun fight for sure. Oh my god, I just want one fish, please.
Yeah, you got 48 seconds to pull a fish out of the water.
One fish, please. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a pro gamer move.
And
We're gonna start all the way back here.
okay.
We'll inch. And we'll hit every button at once. Okay, that didn't do anything. Wow, I can't believe they made a game so realistic.
I know.
This is what's funny is it's almost every time I go fishing is like the first hour and a half is nothing, and then after that it's steady. Oh, come on.
Well, you usually go in the morning, right?
Oh yeah, best time to go.
Yeah, because that's when they're waking up and they're looking for food.
Yep. And it's also when the weather's not as bad. Once the heat hits the water, they're not going to want to keep coming out as much. All right, well, what I've learned today is water is green and rocks are blue.
All right. Given that, while it should have been pretty self-evident how to hook a fish and like get it on the line so you could fight it, the fact that it wasn't does leave me with the impression that as far as fishing games go, game bad.
Well, that's okay, because here at Retro Roulette, we play only the finest quality of fishing game, which is why we love Sonic Adventure.
I mean, it's true. And again, I'll defend that game as a whole till the day I drop. Alright, well, because the funny thing about Sonic Adventure is, people bitch and moan about it now. When that game came out, everyone fucking loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Loved it. And you don't get to do that. You don't get to turn around and say, oh, actually, the game was bad after years of liking it. I feel like that's such a like a shitty like way to turn around and look at something that you should have fond memories of. Now, if you want to argue that Sonic Adventure DX is a bad port, well, that's a subject for another time, but I do agree with that. There's actually an hour-long video that some YouTuber did that explains why DX is such a bad port and why the Dreamcast version is vastly superior. A lot of the problems that people have with Sonic Adventure actually are unique to the DX version of the game. So if that's something that you're not really all that familiar with, you should check that video out. I wish I remembered what that video was, so that way I could link it or whatever. But yeah.
Well, we like a good gaming video.
Your time is very much up, sir. You can stop attempting to catch fish.
No, Anthony, we have to play for an hour to get a fish.
Oh, man.
Okay, fine, we'll cut it. Anyway, well, this was Pocket Bass Fishing, and I know what I'm going to get my nephews for Christmas.
Not this.
Okay, well, until next time, you know.
All right, until next time.
Perhaps billiards.